A lens that is thicker at the middle than at the ends is a converging lens. Parallel light rays arriving at the lens are bent when traveling through the lens. All the light rays converge or focus on a single point. The point at which these parallel rays converge is called the focal point. It is to the right of the lens if the light source is to the left of the lens. A lens that is thinner at the middle than it is at the ends is a diverging lens. This lens behaves like the opposite of the converging lens. Although the light rays came from very far away, the lens makes them seem like they all came from a point closer to the lens. The focal point of this lens is to the left of the lens. It is where the light rays look like they originated, even though they actually came from very far away. The way the rays behave after leaving the lens gives them their names, converging and diverging lenses. When you go to the movies or when your teacher uses an overhead projector, the image that is being projected onto the screen is called a real image. Real images are formed due to the special properties of the lens or mirror used to create them. In the situation shown here, a converging lens bends many different light rays from a point on the tip of the pencil so that they come together at a point in another location. If you place a reflecting surface at that location, you will see an image of the tip of the pencil. A real image forms when many rays of light from an object come together at a specific location. Real images are often upside down when compared to the object. Another kind of image is called a virtual image. You are seeing a virtual image anytime you look in the mirror. Unlike real images, virtual images cannot be projected onto a screen. The law of reflection allows you to predict how light rays will travel when they reflect from a mirror. Light rays from here will change direction when they strike the mirror. Because your brain expects light to travel in a straight line from the object to your eye, the light appears to the viewer as if it came from here. Similarly, light coming from this point seemed like it's coming from here. A virtual image is an image that appears to be at a location from which light does not actually come. These light rays seem to the man as if they came from behind the mirror, but they actually came from in front of it. The focal point of a converging lens is the spot where the image of an object at an infinite distance from the lens is focused. A group of rays parallel to the principal axis pass through a focal point, F, after being bent inward by the lens. The distance from the focal point to the center of the lens is called the focal length, F. For a converging lens, the focal length is positive and the focal point is to the right of the lens if the object is to the left. A diverging lens causes parallel rays to diverge. The focal point is defined as the point from which the diverging rays appear to originate. The focal length is defined as the distance from the center of the lens to the focal point. For a diverging lens, the focal length is negative to indicate that the rays appear to originate on the same side of the lens as the object. Both converging and diverging lenses have two focal points, but only one focal length. However, since the convention when drawing ray diagrams is to place the object to the left of the lens, we do not generally speak of two focal points.